I was in my early 20s and married, and my son was just born, basically. And our mother died suddenly, aneurysm, burst in her brain. My youngest sister was 12. I did not know what the hell we were going to do because I was a student. I was a sophomore at the time at Cuyahoga Community College, trying to become a cycle breaker. And my mother died on the system of welfare. So when people rail against safety nets, I'm like, hold on here. But for a safety net, I don't know where I would be or my other siblings. When people rail against making investments in the everyday people of this nation, it pains me greatly, and I express it in those ways because I know how having safety nets and having people believe in you and having people give you second chances, third chances, fourth chances, fifth chances, what that can mean to change somebody's life. That's why College for All matters so much to me, because I am first generation. My son was second generation, breaking the cycle. Oh my God, no, I could just go on and on. So I feel deeply. I love deeply, and it is the hell-raising humanitarian in me that pushes me to continue to be of service to the people. I think my mother would be proud. All 7 of her children are successful in our own right. Nobody is the same, but in our own right, I believe that my mother would be very, very proud of us.
I know you well, and I know more about your story. And I remember, if I can share something personally, I hope it's not too personal, but we were on the road somewhere in some hotel lobby. I can't remember which Bernie campaign or
been in many.
See, I have no idea. But your husband was there, and your husband is, oh my God, if there is a fan of SNT and you have thousands and thousands of fans, it is your husband. And I think you were like getting ready, and we were just sitting there chatting. I said, how'd you guys meet? And he told me how he saw you in the window at your employer, and he just stopped in, and you were like, who are you? And he beams about how you've been able to build from the hardships, come out like a phoenix, like the phoenix, right? And enter politics and I don't know how many people know about like Ohio politics. It's rough. It's not an easy place to work your way through and in. And what was the origin point? Like how did you go from fighting for your family into fighting for your community through the political landscape?
Oh, college changed everything for me. I mean, being able to be a part of groups, student activities. I was once the editor of the Mosaic student newspaper. I always reminisce towards the end of the year. Sometimes you look back in your life and like, wow, I did this, I did that. But, just having those starting points and those points where you can cultivate and your gifts can begin to reveal themselves. It was activism in me then. I remember some protests I led as a student. I am just cracking my own self up just thinking about those things. But when I went to Cleveland State University, I was a part of a group called Students for Positive Action. And one of my dearest friends, Dr. Ronnie Dunn, who we graduated together, he kept going, got that PhD, but he's a college professor now. And I bring him up because we were partners in that group with some of others of our colleagues. And we decided that we just believed that people could change their lives by voting. Imagine that. And one of the first things we did as a group was to help to register voters in the city of Cleveland. In one neighborhood in particular, it was the Huff neighborhood. It was one of the poorest neighborhoods in our city. It still is, unfortunately, right now to this day. But that experience helped us to develop our leadership skills and abilities, and also know that to whom much is given, much is required. Not that I had a lot in terms of money, but I did have the opportunity to go to college, to be in college at that time, and really, really, oh my God, so much wanted to give back. So that was one of my first lessons. I got a chance to learn from one of the great, she is certainly in the sister circle of a Fannie Lou Hamer. Her name is Fannie M. Lewis, ironically, from the city of Cleveland. She has since passed away, but she served on that city council for over 30 years. And she really taught us through watching her and being in her presence what true service to people meant. She did not, whatever she thought was right, whether other people thought it was wrong or not, whether it was along a party line or not, she stood for it. So she is in that sisterhood of my grandmother, or the Fannie M. Lewis's, or the Shirley Chisholms, which brings me to this point. I'm not a I don't worship at the altar of any man or any woman or any party. I worship God and I serve the people. So if folks want to know what kind of Democrat I am, because I get that a lot as people who are rising up against me want to say, oh, she's not real. Well, I'm going to tell you what kind I am. I am a Fannie Lou Hamer Democrat. I am a Shirley Chisholm, Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm, unbought and unbossed. I am of the FDR wing of the Democratic Party when he challenged the wealthiest people of his day and said to them, maybe not verbatim, but basically, I welcome your hatred, as he was pushing and trying to be a champion for policy positions that would change people's lives. Know me, and I know I'm preaching to the choir and talking to you about this.
You're firing me up right now.
Now, more than ever. You know, the pain was there before the pandemic. But to quote my grandmother, the pain is show enough here now. And anybody with political power who doesn't have the intestinal fortitude, I'm trying to keep it PG, to use that power on behalf of the poor, the working poor, and the middle class, we got to question their service, Nomi. We just got to. I'm sorry.
And no, you don't say sorry to me. I just had right before you came on, I lost it on what's happening at the Capitol. And it was the perfect motivation for really recognizing, like, it is, which side are you on, right? Which side of the Democratic Party are you on? Which side of society are you on? Where are you channeling your energy? We all have so many minutes on this planet. We all have so much energy. And how are you using it? Are you using it in the most constructive way? And I think, you know, what's so inspiring about this moment, because let's not lose, in the chaos of this moment, there is a lot of inspiration in that we have, despite the fact that you and I both know very well, the Democratic Party has completely pulled resources from organizing around the country of the last 10 years. And what that leaves is vacuums for the right wing to swoop in, and it leaves vacuums for extremist movements to rise up, and we lose seats, right? But what we've done in the Bernie years, in the recent Bernie years, is we have decided, well, we're not relying on the party. We're going to do it on our own. So DSA grows, and community organizations.
Party and
all of these organizations come together and they start organizing on the ground and do mutual aid. And of course, people run for office. And so that's inspiring. Thanks for watching and listening to The Nomiki Show. But remember to click like and subscribe on YouTube, and please share on social media. If you're not already a patron, please join us for as low as $5 a month on patreon.com/The Nomiki Show for early and special content. That investment makes a huge difference. We are not corporate media raking in the dough. It's really you guys that are keeping us going. So please consider being a patron. And to our current patrons, thank you so much. We are incredibly grateful to you. We also now have swag. So check us out on thenomikishow.com to get your mugs, your totes, and your stickers.